School's over. What's next? Imagine a place where friendly faces say hello. You grab a healthy snack, have fun, and play a little. Imagine a place where you get lost in a book, get help with homework, or learn in the computer lab, where you create something cool. Kids take the stage, and you get some exercise. Imagine a safe place where you hang out with friends. Your voice matters, and someone's always there to listen. A place where you like spending the afternoon, and you can't wait to tell someone all about it. The club is a fun, positive, and safe place to grow. A place to become anything you dream. Boys and Girls Clubs. Great futures start here.
Good morning, and welcome to the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin County's Foundation for the Future breakfast. I'm Paul Martini, a proud club alum and your MC for this event. I wanted to start off this morning by saying it is so great to see all of you here in person. We haven't had this event in 3 years. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. It's amazing to get back together, celebrating clubs and showing you the positive impact clubs are making across our community. Even though we've had to put this event on pause for the past couple years, our clubs have never stopped serving our youth. In fact, we've been quite busy. Over the last 2 years, we've served more than 100,000 meals and snacks through our food assistance program, engaged with more than 150,000 families through our virtual club, and we provided emergency care to hundreds of local families. I've seen this commitment in action for more than a decade. Before graduating from high school in 2016, I was a club member for 7 years. And currently, I'm a club staff teaching young musicians through our Impact Percussion music program. It's been incredible to watch our organization grow over the last 12 years. When I first started attending clubs in 2010, the Boys and Girls Club of Benton and Franklin counties had just 12 club sites across the Tri-Cities. Now we have more than doubled our footprint and impact in our region with 27 club sites and more on the way. Our caring staff give youth opportunities to grow, thrive, and flourish. And our growth is all made possible thanks to you, our passionate community members who help us carry out our mission to empower all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. In a few minutes, we'll have breakfast and take some time to enjoy each other's company. But first, I'd like to take a moment to recognize our sponsor for this event, Broadmoor Storage Solutions. Because of Broadmoor's sponsorship, all donations made today will go directly to benefiting Boys and Girls Club youth. Now, please help me welcome the owner of Broadmoor Storage Solutions, Case Coster.
Good morning. Thank you, Paul. It's great to see so many friendly faces that I haven't seen in a couple of years, and a lot of new faces. Thank you all for attending. We're thrilled to bring our Foundation for the Future breakfast back. This is such an important event to not just raise money for clubs, but to raise awareness for the amazing things happening at clubs across our community. I've been on the board of directors for the Boys and Girls Club since 2009. I think, Paul, you must have been in 6th grade. Growing up, I was lucky enough to have loving and supportive parents who helped raise me and taught me the skills necessary to be successful in life. But we know not every child has that. Some children don't have a stable home life. Some children don't know where to go with their struggles or where to turn for help, guidance, or support. This is where the Boys and Girls Club and you and I come in. The club bridges that gap to ensure all youth have access to caring mentors, meaningful programs, and a safe place where every kid can be themselves. I'm proud to support the Boys and Girls Club, which is helping to make our community a better place. And I hope you'll join me in investing in this mission as we build the foundation for our future. Thank you for joining us this morning. Now let's have a great breakfast, and our program will start in 15 minutes.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. The sounds of tutoring and tech and health and fitness and arts and music. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
We hope you're enjoying your breakfast so far. As you continue to eat, please welcome to the stage club member Leah Severson, who will kick off the next portion of our event with a piece on marimba entitled Ghost Garden. Wow, amazing. Leah is a senior at Kamiakin High School, and she's actually getting ready to graduate next month. Then she'll be attending the University of Washington in the fall. Leah's been a... Go ahead. Yeah. Leah's been a club member since 2015. She's also been a member of Impact Percussion for the last 5 years. And by the way, Impact Percussion just returned a couple of weeks ago from the WGI Percussion World Championships in Dayton, Ohio, where the group finished 10th place in the world. Yeah. I'm gonna say that one more time. Our group from our little community traveled 5,000 miles to compete against amazing groups from all over the world and earned a 10th place finish, which is the highest placement the group's ever had. Please give Leah one more round of applause. We're so grateful that you took time out of your schedule this morning to be here and to hear about how you can empower local kids and make a difference in our community. A special thank you to our table hosts for helping us fill up this room. There are more than 400 guests here today, and this is because 50 table hosts invited so many amazing and caring people to help support our mission. Please give your table hosts a round of applause. I'm excited to be here representing our Boys and Girls Club alumni. And if you're a Boys and Girls Club alum in the audience, please stand so we can recognize you. Hey, that's Dylan. Buddy. It's so great to see many alumni here and see so many familiar faces of people who supported me on my journey as a club member. This morning, we're going to tell you about some amazing things happening at clubs and how you can be a part of our movement and our mission to empower all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. When I first started attending clubs, my experience was heavily influenced by music. When I started attending, I was attending at a club called the Music and Arts Center, and the director there at the time noticed that I had a lot of potential as a musician. He invested a lot of time in me, and because he invested so much time into me, he planted a seed of passion for music and for people. Since then, I've had so many opportunities to perform and to teach with countless groups and with countless students. I stand before you today saying that because of how he invested in me, I've decided I want to do the same thing. So now I have actually just been accepted to the University of North Texas, to the School of Music, to go and study to become a music teacher. So I'm very excited to go do that this fall. At the Boys and Girls Club, we believe every kid deserves a place to feel safe, a place to feel connected, and a place to belong. Because of your support, the club is that place for thousands of kids and teens in our community. Locally, there are 27 Boys and Girls Club sites across Pasco, Richland, West Richland, Kennewick, and Prosser, helping more than 2,200 youth between the ages of 1 to 18 each year. We're proud to have more than 160 caring professional staff members who help build meaningful relationships with kids and teens, empowering them to excel in school and lead healthy, productive lives. Through high-quality, innovative, and engaging programs, we do whatever it takes to make sure all kids have a great future. And that's what this event is all about. This is the foundation for the future breakfast. An opportunity for us as a community to come together and ensure that great futures start here isn't just a tagline, but a reality for our local youth, especially those who need us most. Did you know that 76 of our operating costs for community clubhouses are funded through donations and special events just like this one? And when we talk about youth who need us most, we're talking about 90% of youth attending our community clubhouses qualify for free and reduced lunch. Your generosity allows us to remove financial barriers for youth to attend these clubs. In fact, we're proud to announce that there is no charge for youth to attend our community clubhouses during the school year. They are completely free. So thank you for investing in our mission. Thank you for building the foundation for our future. I'm proud to have been a club youth, and I'm proud of how the club has shaped me into who I am today. To help explain the impact of local clubs today, please welcome our 2022 Organizational Youth of the Year, Wendy Juarez, who currently attends our Erkey's Family Branch, Kennewick Clubhouse. Wendy.
Hi guys, good morning. All right. Take a second and close your eyes. Imagine yourself in a neighborhood where drive-bys, robberies, murders, and drug dealings have become normalized. Open your eyes. That is the kind of neighborhood where my club is located in, but also, welcome to my neighborhood. Hi, my name is Wendy Juarez, and I am 16 years old. I have lived in this neighborhood my whole life, and I am here to share with you my story and why I will not become a product of my environment. I come from two amazing Mexican parents who moved here to work towards a better life, and this is the best they can do for my 3 siblings and I, who are currently living in a 2-bedroom apartment. I used to paint this picture to everyone that I lived a perfect life, when in reality, perfect is not possible. When it came to sharing about our home lives at school, I'd be so embarrassed to tell everyone that I did not have a bed growing up and that I shared a bedroom with my siblings, so I avoided telling anyone how life was at home. I was in elementary school at the time, and I had no idea about their financial struggles. But now that I am older, and I understand now that they still tend to struggle financially at times, I am no longer embarrassed to tell anybody my living situation. It brings me a lot of warmth that my parents are always willing to volunteer and connect with our lovely staff. I can confidently say that, although they have their struggles, they are always present in our lives. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come to club. The moment I push those clean glass doors, I can relax and have a good time. I also know that I have someone to talk to, whether it's my team coordinators or my friends. Sometimes I make myself believe I live in this bubble of fear and stress, not necessarily because I am scared, but because I feel this heavy weight on my shoulders to be the one to pave the way for others, especially my younger siblings. At times like these, I have to remind myself that I am capable, that I will succeed, that I will continue to take any and every opportunity to grow my character. Like I said, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. My hope is that this neighborhood won't always be seen in such a negative light. And I know that we will get there one day, especially with the Kennewick Clubhouse here. My club radiates community, which gives me hope. And I will carry that hope with me every day as I walk these streets and even after. My name is Wendy Juarez, and my club is what motivates me. Thank you.
Thank you, Wendy, for sharing your story with us. And we understand Wendy's father is here this morning. Please stand so you can be recognized. Thank you for all of your sacrifices and unwavering support to create a great life for Wendy. Wendy, we are so proud of you and all you have accomplished. And just know you have an organization full of supporters and cheerleaders. Now, for an update on clubs, help me welcome to the stage our Chief Executive Officer, Brian Ace. So I remember when Paul came to the club, and he has matured wonderfully. So Paul, thank you for being here. So in addition to Paul, I'm excited that you've had a chance to meet some of our other youth today. It was awesome to have Leah perform her piece. It was awesome to hear Wendy's story. We have amazing kids at the club, and they turn into amazing alumni, which you see in the room. So let's give another round of applause for Paul, Leah, and Wendy. So the youth of our community are why we are here this morning. We're here this morning to humble ourselves and to allow them to be our teachers. We are here to listen and to learn so that we earn the right to teach and to guide. And these last few years, which you heard talked about earlier and John's going to talk about here in a bit as well, these last few years have been hard on the youth and the staff and the adults and the community. But I'm convinced that our future is bright because our community, yours and mine, cares about kids. And in the last couple of years, we've seen the need for Boys and Girls Club programs increase. Youth are struggling to keep up and navigate through this new world, coming out of COVID, coming out of distance learning, coming out of isolation. And the clubs have responded to these needs by intentionally building out necessary programs to support mental and behavioral health, as well as diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging. And this has been a priority for us as we come out of the COVID pandemic. Currently, we're proud to be running more than a dozen organizational programs focused on mental health, diversity, inclusion, belonging, and social emotional learning. And these programs are amazing, but when it comes down to the magic of Boys and Girls Club, that magic happens through the supportive relationships between staff and the young people that we serve. And we see inspiring examples of this great mentorship and guidance happening every day. From helping youth with their homework and academics, to running sports activities, and just providing a safe place where kids can be themselves. We are honored to serve and empower youth to reach their full potential. So recently, our organization ran a meaningful service program called Wish Week. Maybe you saw some pieces about Wish Week on social media or other channels. And Wish Week helps to illustrate the power of our club youth and staff working together to make a difference for others. One of our awesome staff, who's not here this morning, but I would have loved to have celebrated her, Sid Mercer. You'll see her in a second in a video. But she worked with some of our team leaders to implement the Wish Week program. And they visited club sites and encouraged youth to make a wish for others or themselves. And their wish could be anything. Our teens then reviewed those wishes. There were close to 800 of them, and they granted about 100 of those wishes. And I want to introduce you to a few of those wishes and a few of those youth. First, Cormac, a preschooler from our Erkes family branch, and he wished for a brachiosaurus. Why? Because he loves dinos. And guess what? He got a brachiosaurus. Wish Week. Nathan and Drew, brothers from Orchard Elementary, requested food to help out a friend, Francis. And Justin, who's our site coordinator at Orchard, wanted to make this happen, so she reached out to their mom to try to find this child. And after talking to their mom to get more info, it turns out that the food was for Francis, Pope Francis. Yeah, they were doing a food drive for their church. So that was definitely a fun one to grant. Jeremiah, a senior at our club in Kennewick, wished for a $50 gift card to Grocery Outlet. He says he knows how hard his parents work, and he wanted to do his part in providing for his family. These are just a few examples of youth looking beyond themselves to express compassion and care for others. Our work at clubs is beyond academic success. Our work at clubs is beyond healthy lifestyles. It's about character. It's about good citizenship. It's about giving back to make our community stronger. Join me in watching a little video to show a bit about Wish Week.
The purpose for doing Wish Week was to just bring some smiles across the organization. We had our youth do an activity to help them think about others, and then we had them make a wish for someone that means a lot to them. And then we had a Keystone Teen Night where we came together as the teens and staff, and we chose the wishes that we felt would make the biggest impact. It's just 1 week. We have been traveling out to 21 sites this past week to deliver all of our wishes. And so far we have projected, I believe it'll be up to close to like 80 wishes organizationally that we've granted.
It made me feel really happy being able to give out to little kids because I enjoy seeing their smiles and how they reacted to receiving gifts that they wished for. I think it's a great opportunity to be able to see and know how it feels to give out to others.
I wished for my friend Zariah to have some clothes because she doesn't have that much. I wished for Stitch clothes because my friend Zariah always wears Stitch.
I wished for a Pokemon card. I just did a whole bunch of packages of Pokemon cards. It feels really good to have your wish granted.
I think Keystone Club is important because it allows teenagers, the high school kids, to get more involved in things that they're not used to and to be able to explore what they like and to give out their voices and what we should do here at the club.
Yeah. So, seeing this experience for our youth and our teens and our staff reminded me of what we need in the world. Kindness. Just kindness. So a challenge I leave you with this morning is with a precept from Mr. Brown, a fictional teacher from the book and movie wonder. And he says this: when given a choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. Choose kind. Now, please help me in welcoming to the stage our longstanding board member, friend of clubs, John LaFemina.
Good morning. So it has been 864 days since the first reported case of COVID-19 in the world. 851 days since the first reported case in the United States, and 793 days since the first reported case here in the Tri-Cities. So for some context, for comparison, it took the Apollo 11 crew just 4 days to reach the moon. In the approximate 800 days that we have been living in this COVID vortex, that spaceship would have passed Mars and been halfway to Jupiter. To say that we have been on a journey is an understatement. Good morning again, everyone. My name is John LaFemina. I've been on the board of directors forever. And it has been a wonderful experience every step of the way. And my passion for the work of the clubs is rooted in the obligation that I have to serve our community. An obligation to make the community a healthier place for everyone, and an obligation that we take on, that we all take on when we decide to live in community. It's an obligation that we have to each other. By investing my time, my treasure, and what little talent I have in the clubs, I'm able to fulfill that obligation and be joyful about the future of our community. But I want to take you now back to a time 865 days ago, before COVID, before we even knew that there was such a thing. At that time, 1 in 3 high school students and half of all female students reported persistent feelings of sadness or hopelessness, a 40% increase from 2009. Between 2007 and 2018, suicide rates among youth aged 10 to 24 in the United States increased nearly 60%. Nearly 7,000 kids took their own life because they thought that was preferable to what they had to face every day. Even before the pandemic, our youth faced unprecedented levels of stress, anxiety, depression, hopelessness, feelings which disproportionately affect those who are the most vulnerable among us. The tennis great Arthur Ashe said, "Success is a journey, not a destination. The doing is often more important than the outcome." I like to remind myself of this when I get, at times, too fixated on a particular outcome as the definition of success. Fortunately, the amazing staff at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Benton and Franklin counties know that success is a journey and not a destination. Their focus is on empowering all young people, especially those who need us most, to reach their full potential as productive, caring, responsible citizens. I know you've heard that several times now. There'll be a test at the end of the breakfast. They understand what Arthur Ashe understood, that success is a journey and that doing is often more important than the outcome. And what the clubs do is amazing. But you don't have to take my word for it. You saw some of that on display here today. You heard Wendy's story. But now we're going to roll a videotape and listen to Xavier's story.
I was 12 years old when I started coming to the Boys and Girls Club, and I didn't agree with my dad with a lot of things, so I started coming to get away from him. I met the team coordinator, John, and we really connected. I thought he was a cool guy. He helped me connect with my older cousin that lived with us, and that really made me happy. And then My cousin moved to Oregon. John had moved to Kennewick Club, and I didn't find that much enjoyment in coming anymore. A lot of the teens that had been here had either graduated or stopped coming too. When I stopped coming to the Boys and Girls Club and just stayed home, I just didn't do much because I was just inactive, staying on the couch all day playing video games.
During the time that he didn't go, yes, the being at home all day, every day, playing Xbox or just staying stuck at home, I did notice that put him a little bit down. And then like a year later too, with the pandemic, he was a little, I wouldn't say depressed, but probably just stressed. And then with schooling, he tried online schooling and that did not work out for him. I could tell it was stressing him out with all the schoolwork and everything.
Before coming back to club during the summer, I was really struggling with my grades and my weight. I had gained a lot of weight and I had failed like every class during quarantine when we were online. I came back to club and we were doing in-person learning. I got a lot of help here by Savannah. I got all A's and a B+, I think. So I ended the school year really good. It was the team coordinator, Richard. He helped me out a lot with my weight by challenging me to get better at every sport that we played. I think I ended up weighing 170 at one point, and I came back and lost around 30 pounds, being 140 at the end of the summer.
I mean, one of my biggest things here at Club, I've always looked at it as I really want to help these teens become the best version of themselves. So when he came to me with, hey, I want to get in better shape, I want to be healthier, I knew from right there that I had to push him in everything that we did so he could challenge himself, and he's grown so much since then, not only physically, but mentally and the way he carries himself. So it's been amazing to see that growth.
Club is just a great place, you know, because it's a place for kids that don't have a lot to come to. They could come here, play sports, see people they don't normally see, make friends, get away from stuff at home, get out of the streets. Instead of being out in the streets as a young kid and seeing stuff that you shouldn't see as a kid, you come here and be active, make friends, be happy.
Isn't that awesome? You know, when I said earlier that what the clubs do is amazing, what I really should have said is that what the club staff do is amazing. Because it's the staff that make all the difference. They are safe havens for our kids. They are shelters in the storm for our kids. In fact, a recent survey of club members revealed that 90% of club staff felt that they could go to staff of club kids felt that they could go to staff in times of crisis, 90%. And the past 2 years have demonstrated just how important those relationships are and just how important the presence of responsible, caring adults who are kind are in the lives of these kids. And so I want to take this time to recognize our club staff. So staff that are here with us today, please stand and be recognized for the amazing work that you do. You know, my friends, the good news here is that we can all be there for our kids the way that the club staff are. The work of the clubs requires an investment from us all. The programs that guide our youth towards academic success, adopting healthy lifestyles, and building good character and citizenship require our investment. So I am asking you right here, right now, to join me in investing in our youth and in the future of our community. Today, there are over 90,000 young people in Benton and Franklin counties, and we serve just about 1% of those kids. We can do more. My request of you today is to please consider investing in the future of our community, but not just an ordinary investment. I'm asking you today to please consider a sacrificial investment in our community. So table captains, if you would, open up your envelopes and pass out the the materials to the folks at your table as they consider their sacrificial investment. So if you came today thinking that you might invest $50, please consider making it $100. If you thought you might invest $200, please consider making an investment of $500. I want you to care how this money gets spent on the youth in our community, because every dollar that you invest today will bring dividends back to the community tenfold or more. So please join me today and invest in the future of the community. Thank you.
Hey everybody. We're proud to announce that Broadmoor Storage Solutions will be matching all monthly donations starting today that are up to $5,000. So if you decide to give $25 a month, that automatically turns into $50. Those monthly donations not only help us build a strong foundation for our future, those reoccurring gifts help us sustain this great work. If you'd like to donate electronically, I'd just like to let you know that there is a QR code at the bottom of your program. I want to go ahead and thank John again. Thank you all for coming to our 2022 Foundation for the Future breakfast. We want to recognize and thank Queensgate Gardens in Richland for donating our beautiful centerpieces. After this event, youth at our community clubhouses will be planting these flowers at their clubs. Please feel free to take the handprints inside the centerpieces. Those were created by club youth across our organization. That's it for today. Thank you all for coming and have a great rest of your day.